and welcome back to my channel. Unfortunately, I lost the intro footage for this video, so for today's video, I will be talking about some hot new Maybelline products. And if you want to know what I think about these products, then just keep on watching. We are starting off with the eyeshadow. We're using the Maybelline Soda Pop palette. Because of all the fun, playful colors that it has like that purple, which is very on trend from like the Nirvana palette, the Natasha Denona palette. There's a lot of palettes in the market right now with that purple, and I didn't really want to spend that much on it because I know that I'm not gonna use it all the time. Let's go ahead and start putting on some eyeshadow. As an eyeshadow base, I'm using the Essence I Love Stage eyeshadow base. I love this because it acts like a concealer, but it's really an eyeshadow primer. I love this, but the only problem that it has is that it expires after 6 months. This shelf life is not so long, so you really have to use it once you open it. And yeah, I'm just using my ring finger to kind of blend that all over my lid. And I'm really sorry I didn't have time to do my nails because I really wanted it to breathe. As you can see, it looks a little bit yellow because I've always had nail polish on it for the last couple of months, so I just really wanted it to breathe. So I do apologize if you see like my natural nails. Okay, so to start off, I'm just using the Sigma Small Tapered Blending Brush in number E45, and I'm dipping that in the shade Cola Float, and this is what I'll use as my transition shade. So after patting in the color, I am just drawing some circles to blend out the eyeshadow. So now I'm using the Sigma Tapered Blending E40 brush, and I am taking this shade, which is shade Crushing, and I'm going to use that as my transition shade. So just taking it a step upward and just blending those two shades together. Now I'm taking Cola Float again just to re-intensify that shade on my outer corner. Now I'm just taking my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I'm going to use this to cut the lids. Cut the crease, cut the lids, whatever you want to call it. Now I'm taking Cola Float with my tapered blending brush again, and I'm just going to reapply that on my outer corner, but I'm not gonna blend it anymore. I'm just going to use some tapping motions. Now I'm taking a flat brush, and I'm taking the shade Soda Fizz, and I'll be applying that all over my lid. Taking this angled brush, and I am going to reapply Cola Float on my outer corner just to blend it with Soda Fizz so that this harsh line will disappear. Not really blend, but kind of just patting until it's well blended. Now I'm just taking that same flat shadow brush, and I'm taking the shade Tonic, which is the lighter shimmer shade up here, and I am going to put that in the inner half of my lid. Not inner half, inner thirds, because we divided it into 3. Eunice, learn your math. Now I just need to repeat that on the other eyelid. So I just applied black eyeliner on my lids to kind of wing it out a little bit because it's a little bit smoky. So now we're applying some face makeup, and I'm just gonna grab my makeup cleansing wipes just to take out of any glitter fallout that I have on my under eye area. So for foundation, I'm using the new Maybelline Dream Urban Cover Foundation. So it's a full coverage protective makeup sunscreen. Like I said, it has SPF 50, it's broad spectrum, so it protects you from UVA, UVB. And then I got it in the shade 220 Natural Beige. So this is the same shade that I usually get for the Superstay foundation. So for primer, I'm using the e.l.f. Putty Primer because it is a little warm outside, so I really don't use moisturizer during the summer times because the hot humidity is enough to make my face wet. But yeah, I don't really use moisturizer anymore, and since this has SPF 50, I'm not gonna use sunscreen. We're gonna go straight ahead to the primer. Just applying that on the nose. I have been loving this primer because it just really creates a good smooth base for my foundation. So now we're ready for foundation. I am gonna use a sponge on this side and a brush on this side, and I've been using this for a couple of weeks now. I've been loving it, and I really wanted to do a wear test on it just to show you guys how it will wear throughout the whole day, because a foundation with an SPF of 50 is something that you will wear when you are actually out under the sun all throughout the day. It's not something you'll wear at night for a night out because it does have SPF 50 and it might have like flashbacks when you take photos and whatnot. And I don't know, why will you wear something with an SPF of 50 if there's no sun out? That's weird. But yeah, anyway, like I said, beauty blender on this side and a brush on this side. So it just comes in a squeezy tube, super easy to use. And I must admit, shade 220 is a little bit too cool for my skin tone. They didn't have the next shade, which is 235 when I ordered this, and I just told myself I'm just gonna make it work and see how it will lay on my skin, since I did buy this on Amazon. So just one layer. I'm not gonna go too in-depth under my eyes because I am gonna use a concealer to brighten that, so I don't want to layer too much product. But all over my face, as you can see, a lot of people might think that this is similar to the IT Cosmetics CC cream because of the SPF. I personally don't, because the IT Cosmetics CC cream has kind of a dewy, luminous finish, whereas this has more of a matte finish. And I think this is more comparable to the Superstay foundation, but with SPF. So if you're too lazy to apply like sunscreen underneath your foundation and you just want a one-and-go product, then this is right for you, especially if you want something that's medium to full coverage. So here is what one layer looks like that is blended with a makeup sponge or a beauty blender is what I used. So as you can see, it really blurred out my veins on this area. My scar is still peeking through, which isn't too bad, and then some of my veins on my temple has been blurred out. I'm not really gonna build this up because I am gonna use the Maybelline Fit Me powder to set this, which is what I love during the summertime because it has good coverage but it is lightweight. So now we'll just apply the foundation on this side with a blending brush. What I'm using is the Sigma Flat Kabuki brush. This is the F80 Kabuki brush. I haven't really tried applying this foundation with a brush, so this is actually the first time, and I'm excited. Oh wow, that is some coverage. I have been enjoying like really lightweight natural looks for every day because I just don't have the time to get ready in the morning. I've been jogging every morning since summer started, so I'm usually in a rush and I don't like getting to work late, so I'm just usually in a quick and easy morning routine. It's kind of nice to have like full coverage some days of the week. I can definitely see some brush streaks, and I think the foundation looks like it's sitting on top of my face as compared to when it was blended by a beauty blender. So I'm gonna go back with my beauty blender and just pounce this around just to have a better finish. Okay, there. As you can see, the shade isn't really right for my skin tone because I have kind of a warm golden skin tone, and the shade number 220 is a little bit cooler, but like I said, once I apply some contour powder, bronzer, it might look a little bit better. I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of my face makeup, so I'm gonna speed through this, but you'll get to watch and see what products I am going to use. I have three Maybelline lippies right here, and these are the Maybelline made for all lipsticks. I got three of them because I really wanted to try all of their shades. I even got a red one even though I don't wear it, just to see if it's really made for everybody. I got, like I said, red for me, Spice for me, and Mauve for me. For this look, I think Spice for me is the best one since I have kind of a warmer tone eyeshadow going on. So yeah, for today we'll wear test the Spice for me. I've been wearing this for a couple of months now. I got this I think 2 months ago and I really love it. It's just your typical lipstick, your Maybelline lipstick, which is super creamy and hydrating to the lips. I really think that it's a mixture of the Maybelline Color Shine formula as well as their Color Sensational Mattes, because it's really comfortable on the lips, but it also has kind of a sheen, which is what I love about it. It's not matte at all, so it's really perfect for summer. So here is the finished makeup look. I am going to insert some before photos for the foundation, the eyeshadow, and the lipstick as well. I'm going to try my best not to reapply lipstick throughout the whole day, just to give you guys how it looks like when I check in. I'm going to do a 5-hour check-in and then an 8-hour check-in for this wear test. So stay tuned, and at the end of the day, I'll give you guys my final thoughts about the products that I used for today's makeup look. So like I said, it's the 3-hour check mark, and looking at my camera, I see creases on my under eyes, but we all know that that's not from the the foundation, because I didn't really apply that much foundation there. But right here, it's kind of breaking up on the nose area. I wasn't really touching my face, but eyeshadow still looks good though. Hey guys, so it's 7:30 p.m. now, and it's been 5.5 hours. I know I said I was gonna do an 8-hour wear test, but after looking at the mirror, I can see that it's actually starting to break out, and I think it's a good time to show you guys how it wore. It was really hot and sunny outside. It was 93 degrees a while ago. I think it felt like 100 because it was so hot talaga. So I think it was kind of, the 5 hours was good enough, and it's actually starting to break up on some of the areas. So I was like, okay, let's just cut this short. Anyway, let's talk about all the products that I used today. So first and foremost is the eyeshadow. When I first used this eyeshadow, I found it hard to actually build the shimmer shades, but when I used a concealer underneath it, it really made it pop. I haven't tried actually spraying it with setting spray. I know that will make the pigments better, but do note that there are fallouts. So if you plan to use this after you apply foundation, for sure you're gonna see like fallouts on your under eye area. But other than that, I think it's still good for the price. It's still on my eyelids, and I don't really rub my eyes when I know I'm wearing eyeshadow. So with the eyeshadow, I can't really say anything about it. Shimmers are good, you know, you can definitely build them up. The mattes are also nice, they're easily blended, they're also pigmented, they're not patchy, and like I said, they wore beautifully throughout the whole day. It didn't melt off or anything like that. It still looks pigmented on my eyelids. The next is the main focus of this whole video. It's a Dream Urban Cover sunscreen foundation with SPF 50. As a whole, it still looks nice. But if you zoom in and if you look at this area, like my nose area, it's starting to break out, and on this area as well. But here on my jawline, it still looks fine. There's no breaking or anything like that. But do note that my under eye area, like this, and my nose, my upper lip, it's starting to break because of the sweat from the heat outside. So for something that has SPF 50, this is definitely a foundation that I would use when it's hot and sunny outside. And as you can see, it's starting to break, and that's not something that I experienced with the It Cosmetics CC cream. Of course, there's a huge price difference between the both of them. Essentially, if you are just running errands and if you're not gonna be out the whole day, because at the 3-hour mark it looked a lot better. So if you're going beyond 3 hours, I don't think I want to recommend this, just because of how it starts to melt off once you sweat. I honestly want to try this during the winter time because I feel like it might be a good substitute when I don't really want to wear sunscreen underneath it. So do I recommend it? Yes, it depends on your budget, it depends on your needs. Like I said, it has a good coverage, but it's not as long lasting. So if you're gonna go out for like an hour or two, it's totally fine. But for something to use the whole day while you're underneath the sun, it's gonna melt off your face. Last is the lipstick. As you can see, there's kind of like a tint on my lips. It's not bare at the moment. I did not reapply or anything like that. And when I ate chicken nuggets after an hour or so, it was still there. And I love how it didn't really rub off completely. I love how there's a light tint on my lips, so that is perfect. For lipsticks, I don't really have high expectations just because they're not transfer proof, but the fact that my lips still feel hydrated is a plus for me. So yeah, I think everything that I tried today are good products. Of course, it always depends on what your needs are. So if you're looking for nice affordable makeup, highly recommend them. Like I said, the Dream Urban Cover Foundation. If it's not going to be the whole day, if you're not going out the whole day, it's perfect because as you can see from afar, it still looks good. But when you zoom in my face, you'll see like the little patches where the foundation is kind of breaking. So yeah, enough with my babbling. That's it for today's video. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you want me to try other products, don't forget to comment that down below. And once again, it's Eunice. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!